The ocean, an infinite source of inspiration. For super yachts, this is a cherished playground, brimming with adventure both above and below the surface. Stretching for over 34,000 kilometres, Australia's coastline offers an incredible diversity of on-water experiences. In the northeast, the Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef ecosystem. The first stop on our journey brings us to this natural wonder.
Keep on driving and driving.
The Great Barrier Reef is one of the natural wonders of the world, and it's one of the main reasons that visitors come to Australia. It's dotted with thousands of little islands. A lot of those islands have great marinas and facilities on them, so they're very, very accessible. There's some resorts. There's also a lot that are uninhabited, and I think that's one of the really unique things about Australia, is that even when you're close to a city, you can turn into a bay and be the only yacht there.
The beauty of Cairns in the Great Barrier Reef region is that it caters to every single aspect that a super yacht could want or need. Our region is the only place in the world where two World Heritage sites meet, the Great Barrier Reef and the wet tropics rainforest. So that in itself is an amazing feat.
The Great Barrier Reef and Australia is just a great destination to come for the super yachts. One thing that I definitely would say about the Great Barrier Reef is just the size of it. There's lots of little stats that people say. It's the size of Texas, it's the size of Italy. There's a whole load of different ways of saying how big it is, but it's absolutely massive.
We've got super yacht owners who travel the globe on yachts diving, and they come to Cairns and we send them up to some of the locations outside here and get out of the water blown away, saying it's the best diving in the world, and it certainly is. 1 hour that way, away from the water, is some of the ancient rainforests around Cairns. Now, these are really unique, they're beautiful, they're accessible. Imagine being on a four-wheel drive, a four-wheel quad, navigating through some rainforests and meeting cassowaries, one of the ancient animals that inhabit this area.
So many options for very diverse itineraries. For a charter yacht, they can cater to guests that might just like to island hop to different resort islands and enjoy the fine dining and golfing. Or for the more adventurous, you can get up there and discover new things in the Torres Strait, exploratory missions on the Great Barrier Reef to go to areas that have never been documented before. And there's even more amazing experiences to be seen here with the humpback and minke whale seasons that come through, the coral spawning event. There's an amazing world-class Yongala wreck dive as well.
It's a bucket list. There's a massive amount of islands. There's thousands of islands that you can explore. You can be the only one on most of those beaches. So the Great Barrier Reef, they call it great for a reason.
Super yachts can revel in a destination that embraces a remote island ambience, yet has all the expert services and infrastructure to support long-term stays.
The Cairns Marlin Marina's location in tropical North Queensland is unique. There's nothing else like it in the world. The location provides everything that both visiting guests and crew will want. We have spectacular restaurants within minutes. We have the amazing Cairns Lagoon recreation area within minutes. And we provide a vast array of relaxing, chilled out things that people would want to do, along with the people that want to get a little bit on edge and do some adventure sort of activities there. The Cairns Marlin Marina is in the centre of it. We're the home of it in tropical North Queensland.
Cairns is an ideal super yacht hub. It has a specific wharf dedicated to super yachts just over my right shoulder here. It has access to some of the world's best experience. It's close proximity to the reef, the rainforest and other amazing activities at just an hour, 2 hours out of the city of Cairns. It's an incredible launch pad right here to the whole South Pacific. There are so many amazing experiences right here on our doorstep. And Australian Superyacht Services, with our 60 years of combined experience, is able to have a list of amazing sub-agents who come and help us pull together these incredible tours and products and experiences that the asserting superyacht owner and also the crew really want to experience when they visit our beautiful part of the region here.
The Superyacht Group Great Barrier Reef works to bring superyachts to the region and ensure that they have every service possible at their fingertips. We like to work with the captains directly on a case-by-case basis and provide them with the local knowledge that's necessary for them to comfortably navigate the Great Barrier Reef and its waters to ensure that you are maximising your trip here and making the most of those experiences. You can't come here and not experience the Great Barrier Reef.
Further down the Queensland coast, the Great Barrier Reef adventure continues in the majestic Whitsunday Islands. Swirling white sands, lush hinterland and a kaleidoscope of colours make up the perfect superyacht escape.
The Whitsundays is a special region for superyacht cruising because of the incredibly stunning natural beauty that surrounds us. Our 74 islands are safe, they're secluded, and they're easily accessible, which makes this the perfect destination for cruising. There's no shortage of activities for someone here cruising on a superyacht. Whether it's in-water activities from diving and snorkeling on the world-renowned Great Barrier Reef, to visiting our world-famous island resorts, perhaps playing some golf, to going up in an aircraft and seeing the reef and the islands from above. There's something here for everyone. One of the best things is especially our wildlife encounters. At certain times of the year, you can see humpbacks migrating, and at every time of year, you can see beautiful fish, coral, turtles, and other sea life.
Whitsundays is stunning. You can cruise there for weeks. You know, you can be out at the reef, you can come in towards Hamilton Island, Hayman Island, you can go to Whitehaven Beach for amazing beach picnics, take a helicopter ride over Heart Reef. It's really spectacular. So you can, you know, be at a restaurant in Airlie Beach or at the golf course on Hamilton Island in the morning and just a couple of hours later out on the Great Barrier Reef with no boats in sight. It really is amazing.
Coral Sea Marina acts as a gateway for superyachts to cruise the Whitsundays because we're based in the vibrant resort town of Airlie Beach here on the mainland. We have superyacht berthing for vessels up to 90 meters in length, and we offer a range of concierge services to ensure that every stay is like no other. Paul Derizette purchased Coral Sea Marina in 2013, and over the course of the past 8 years, a multi-million-dollar refurbishment has turned the marina into an outstanding destination for superyachts. Our Platinum Anchor accreditation is recognized around the world and ensures that any experience here at Coral Sea Marina will be a premium experience. It's a real favorite with captains and crew. They know that the quality of all the provisions they can find here is very high. We've got a vibrant nightlife and lots of opportunities for health and well-being as well. We also have the ability to just stroll along the boardwalk to our helipads where private flights can be taken to our different island destinations.
Australia's reef experiences are certainly not limited to the East Coast, with more and more superyachts capitalising on the thrilling opportunities of Western Australia. Here, yachts can rediscover the true meaning of exploration.
There's a big difference between the East Coast and the West Coast of Australia. The East Coast is populated, you know? I mean, the West Coast has got this like massive coastline, which is just teeming with raw sort of natural beauty, but the land base and the sea base sort of match each other in that respect. It really presents itself to having an adventure.
And WA has also some very unique opportunities like the atolls of the Rolly Shoals, the Montebellos. You can dive with whale sharks in Ningaloo Reef, which is one of the longest fringing reefs in the world. And then all the way down to Perth, you can experience orca whales in Bremer Bay. So the opportunities are just endless.
Diving in WA is great fun. The best thing about the Ningaloo Reef and places like and the Rolly Shoals, you get awesome wildlife like the manta rays, the cleaning stations, the shark feeding areas, crystal clear water, lots of fish. Or you can go for a proper dive outside, and then you've got whale sharks come through seasonally. You've got heaps of turtle life.
Western Australia, the Kimberleys, Ningaloo Reef, snorkelling with whale sharks, which is almost guaranteed around Ningaloo. So there's lots of places where it's best to be seen from the water.
Got a place called the Rolly Shoals, which is about 300 nautical miles off Broome, and which is just world-class diving. Comes out of deep water, you know, and there's these 3 atolls that stick out of 300 metres of water, you know, up on the ledge, and behind it the continental shelf drops into thousands of metres of water. Untouched, fish are in huge abundance. You know, there's whales that come through, sharks. There's just big wall dives of crystal clear water. It's raw, it's untouched, it's got this natural beauty which just sticking in the middle of nowhere, having fish life which is unafraid to present itself to you. So there's a lap of Australia you can do and just keeping up with summer. And I think a lot of people that come from other places, I know people move between the Med and the Caribbean, well, you can do it all in Australia.
With beautiful reef experiences close to every stretch of its coastline, Australia is a perpetual super yacht playground. Next time in episode 3, we swap reef for wilderness as we explore Australia's rugged and remote regions.